Hello, this is Leslie Walker-Hirsch, and today it is my great pleasure to speak with Denise Gehringer. Denise is I'm going to read this because it's a very long introduction, is the Assistant Director of the Sheltering Tree Community Residential Program and is a member of the Board of Directors of the Down Syndrome Association of the Down Syndrome Alliance of the Midlands in Omaha, Nebraska. She's the Legislative Advocacy Chair of that organization. Hey, Denise, I'm glad to see you today. Hi.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm very well. So listen, let's get started. Can you tell the listeners a little bit about your Sheltering Tree program and how that works?
You bet. So Sheltering Tree is independent apartment living for adults with intellectual disabilities. It is the intention of our founder. It was her intentions to provide an independent apartment experience for our adults with just a level of safety that some of our adults might require to keep them safe, but also independent. So we're real thrilled with the model that we have.
So who do you serve in this program? Who is eligible?
Yeah. Right. So we offer apartments for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities, adults.
And how many people are in the program?
Sure. Our very first apartment complex houses 10 individuals with intellectual disabilities. Our second residence has 22 apartments, and we hope to continue that model going forward. We've got 2 future sites already in the planning stages, and we look forward to meeting the need that we have in our community for this type of housing for our friends with disabilities.
And so is that program well accepted in the Omaha vicinity by the residents who are not participants in the program, or by parents of other adults with disabilities who live in the community?
Yes, very much so. We have a waiting list of about 50 individuals who would like apartments. And we know that as we continue to grow our capacity, that we'll see more individuals looking also for this type of housing opportunity. Because this housing opportunity allows for our individuals and our families to be self-determined, to live the way that they prefer to live. With just a level of safety and security that this type of a apartment complex offers for them.
Now, when I first introduced you, I forgot to say that you are the mother of 4 adult children, one of whom is a young man with Down syndrome. Right. With that said, is this a program that you would have an interest in sending your own son to?
Yes, most definitely. Most all of the programs and organizations that I'm involved with are all organizations that I would be proud to be a member of, or I am proud to be a member of, would have my son participate in. And I think my role with Sheltering Tree is important to the parents as well, because I live in the trenches with them. I have an understanding of their fears. I have an understanding of what they would like for their family members, how they would like to support them to achieving their hopes and dreams, but also keeping them safe and having an understanding of the supports that they need in order to be successful.
So you have your fingers in a lot of pies, but also your foot in many worlds.
I do.
So what kind of social activities are integrated into the lives of the residents in Sheltering Tree? And what kind of social development education are they likely to have had before entering this? And what other aspects of adult social life are being offered to these residents who participate? That's a mouthful.
Yep, nope. But I think it's very important because having all of our family members and friends with intellectual disabilities being an integral part of their community is first and foremost on our list. We want them to have meaningful engagement with the community in which they live. And so at Sheltering Tree, that's one of our top priorities. And so first of all, our residents are very busy people. They hold jobs, some of them, they're participating in other programs around the community. So they are in and out a lot. So they're already participating in the community very actively. However, we also like to make sure that we can provide an avenue to continue that. And so we have a list of activities that go on monthly. We have trips that we go out into the community, dancing, out into movies. This month we'll be doing going to a local pizza place to make our own pizzas. We have yoga opportunities for our participants, our residents, to participate in yoga and healthy lifestyle activities. They have 3 times a week opportunities to get their steps in. We have college groups that provide typical peer experiences coming in to do activities alongside our residents. They like to do, a lot of the things we see typically now, the painting and wine nights with your friends. We don't often have the wine, but we do the painting nights with some of our friends from local colleges and those types of things. We go out to fitness centers. We really look for opportunities to do things in the community that are of interest to our residents. And that looks different at each of the locations because there's different people living at different locations.
And very inclusive.
100%. That's our goal.
Yes. So let me ask you this. Are there any romances at this residence? And how are people being prepared for adult relationships and educated to reject unwanted advances if they're not interested?
Well, our first location has all gentlemen, and so currently there's no romances budding there. But our second residence has 22 apartment units, and we do have males and females in our apartments in that location. We've only had that location open for a year, and so now that we're seeing folks settle in and get to know each other and all of those types of things, we do see some of our residents that are smitten with each other. And we are starting to see that as a topic that we need to address and give our residents the tools they need to be safe, to understand consent, to understand that they are in charge of their own bodies and that they can say no when they don't want any advances. We want to make sure that they're very safe in their communities and things are done in a healthy way. So as this particular location is becoming very comfortable with each other, we are seeing that we need to provide our residents and their families with the tools that they need to stay safe and to make choices, to make some supported choices or to make self-determined choices. So we hope to bring in our Circles program and use that as a really wonderful visual representation of boundaries and so forth. And we really want to make sure that we're providing our residents with the tools that they need so that they can make informed decisions with their families. Their families will add in their value pieces. Their families will discuss with them, what their personal desires and wishes are with their families. But we want to give them the tools so that they can make safe choices.
That's great. So if a person is living with their family and is looking and the family and the person are ready to move to a more independent lifestyle, what other choices are available in the Omaha vicinity besides Sheltering Tree or not?
Mm-hmm. There's a variety of opportunities for individuals with disabilities in the Omaha area. We have extended family homes here, and that we have family members in the community who bring in adults with intellectual disabilities to live alongside them and help support them. There are group home types of residents available here through providers that we have in the area. We have really great access to providers that provide direct support and independent living for our individuals that choose a typical apartment and just need some extra support in a typical apartment out in the community. Those are the typical and more frequent housing opportunities that our people have to choose from.
Well, that's great. It looks like Omaha is a very forward-thinking city, and with you at the spearhead, there's no wonder why that is.
Well, thanks for your vote of confidence. I think having a family member with an intellectual disability really makes this extremely important for me, and I feel that knowing what other parents' concerns are and understanding that we want to support our family members in being independent human beings, but we also want to make sure that they're safe.
And that's a good balance. So, Denise, thank you so much for spending the morning with me and talking about this unique residential opportunity. So if a reader or a listener wanted some more information about the Sheltering Tree or other services in the Omaha area, how would they go about getting that?
We do have a website. It is shelteringtree.org, I believe. Oh boy, I don't have that in front of me. And we also have presence on Facebook, social media, if you'd like to check us out there. You can certainly connect with us those ways, and we could send out applications to anyone that is interested and get more information to families that way.
That's great. Denise, thank you so much, and I will talk to you soon. Say hi to everybody in Omaha for me.
Thank you. Thank you, Leslie.
So long. Bye-bye.